Guys, it's right here with another real-time edit for you. Today I got one of these beautiful Cedar Waxwings. This is actually, believe it or not, the first good photo I've gotten of a Cedar Waxwing ever. I've been doing this since 2006, so it's been quite a long time coming. Anyway, this was taken up in the area where I was doing my common loon workshops, and actually at the bed and breakfast we were staying at, there were these cedar waxwings, and they were coming into the ground to feed on these little tiny wild strawberries that were growing in the grass here. And so they were only there for about the first week, and then never really saw them much again because I think they cleared out the crop of strawberries. But it was so cool to have them right there. Obviously on this one day there was some rain, so I did go with a little bit of a slower shutter speed to let the rain streak in the image a little bit instead of totally freezing it in midair, which was nice. And so let's see what to do. Lighten this up a little bit, shadows up so we can see this eye versus the mask, right? Blacks back down for contrast. White balance, I'm just going to go a little bit warmer tone with it. I think that'll be a little bit more pleasing and looking pretty good. I think the rest is going to happen in Photoshop. I'm just going to end up darkening the bottom here a little bit, try and get rid of these just lighter splotches back here. I'm not sure what they were caused by, but I'm just going to kind of softly clone those out. And I got to say, I like this rain streak, just not where it's at. So let's see about moving that. I just don't like that it's coming out from right under the bill there. So I wonder if it would look good up in there. All right, so here's the problem. When I cloned it in, the green around this is darker than the green where I'm going to. So let's switch to the healing brush. So that will let me sample that, drop it in right up there, and then it should, yep, blend it right in. Perfect. So I'll just switch this back to the tool I usually use. And in fact, I will just use the spot healing brush to get rid of it now. There we go. And then this weird little sideways one right there doesn't make much sense. So there. Now I have a nice raindrop moved over. So we can keep that streak alive. Oh, come on. That was a good one, right? All right, let's go. Let's stop with the bad jokes and get back to editing here. So I'm going to burn the grass down at the bottom here. Also, don't love how much more yellow the grass is versus the background. I do like the green tone of the background a little bit more. So I'm going to throw a hue and saturation adjustment layer on here and actually shift that more towards that green side like that. But then I'll just paint it in right where I want it. Because some of those areas went a little too, you'll see it over here. They went a little too green, like right there. So that's pretty good. Then I'll throw on another curves adjustment layer and actually make it all a little bit more green and paint it in where there was kind of lacking color over here. In some of this background area, we'll really make that go nice and green. Go back to my burn layer here. There's another real faint light spot back there. I just want to see if I can kind of even that out a little bit. Something like that is looking pretty good. And then I really want this waxwing to stand out a little bit more. So gonna brighten that up. And I'm just gonna I don't think this is one of the ones I think I can get away with being just kind of rough on the painting in of this adjustment. Usually when I'm doing this kind of thing, I would get real precise and mask it out perfectly along the edges, but I don't think, because I'm going subtle with it, I don't think I need to be. I was wondering why my brush strokes were going so slow. That's why. Somehow that smoothing thing got kicked up on me. That's better. Now I have a more responsive brush. That's good. Let me check that. See, just kind of clean up some of these areas I didn't paint in very good. Let's really kind of lighten the catch light there. I want to show that off. Also, I noticed I really kind of blocked up the blacks there, so I'm going to go back to here, back off of that a little bit. I guess not. It's just going gray. There's no detail there, so I guess that area of the bird is just straight up black. So we'll leave it as it is then. Gosh, it's looking pretty good. I do think I still want that grass on the bottom to be a little bit more matched, so it needs to be a little bit more blue and cyan. So let me see if I can get that more in line with the background tone. There we go. That's doing it. See that? So watch how me just finish this up. Watch the difference in that grass on the bottom, right? So it's way more yellow and lighter there, and now here it's matching tone. And then we also get the bird to stand out a little bit more. I'm just gonna, just a light dodge across the entire head there. That might be too much. Yeah, it's too much, so I'll back off the opacity of that. And I think we are done. Let me give the green saturation just a little pop. So I will just actually do a global saturation and then back off of it on the bird, because now the bird's getting a little bit neon in the browns there. So there we go. Excellent. If the rain didn't stand out enough, I would maybe sometimes go in. So I would just throw a dodge layer on there, go in here with a real tiny brush, and watch, it's going to be real strong on these, right? So I would hit every one of these like really heavy like that. This is how I would accentuate some rain sometimes. And then once I hit all the major rain streaks in the shot, I would then actually come back in with a soft brush with less opacity and then just kind of fade each one out till it kind of stood out where I wanted it, you know? In this case, I think they all stand out plenty, so I'm deleting that. I don't think we need it. But there we go. I'm happy with that. Let me get it saved. I'll show you the before and after on this. While that's saving, if you guys are interested in learning exactly how I did what I did in this video, head on over to my website, rayhennessy.com, go to the workshops menu, hit on online workshops, and then check out the remote training section here. This will tell you exactly how you can work with me to do some before and after edits. I can go over exactly what I've done in this video. We can work on your photos and answer any questions that you may have about post-processing and photography in general. So it's a great way to learn. You can be anywhere in the world, and I love teaching people. I've been doing it a lot with a lot of different people, and if you want to do something a little bit more ongoing versus just a one-time thing, you can also sign up for one of my mentorships as well. So I got a few options for some online learning. And it'll be a lot of fun. So here's our before and after. Big difference on this one, right? Look at that. Really, I mean, the exposure was pretty close to right on here. I could have been a little bit lighter in the original exposure, but it was totally fine. All the detail that I needed was there. With a little white balance and some curves adjustments, it really makes the photo go from, you know, kind of blah to really nice, standing out, looking like a nice finished piece. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll work with you soon.